Hi, I'm Gary Sturgis, the creator and facilitator of Surviving Grief and the author of Surviving, Finding a Way from Grief to Healing. I wrote this book after I lost my spouse on January 24th, 2014, after a courageous battle with stage 4 metastatic melanoma. It was then that I began to really understand what it means to have loved so deeply and to have lost so tragically. The grief journey I began continues to this day. It was this loss and process that have ultimately changed me as a person, a change I didn't want or expect, but that brought me to a better understanding of love, empathy, and compassion. It was always my belief that tragedy and heartache happened to other people. They were only images on the nightly news. I watched with interest, felt compassion for the victims, and moved on with my life. I never stopped to think about what the aftermath of such tragedy could consist of and how it would affect those involved. The reality of life is that people die. They die every day. When my loved one died, life stopped and changed. The unfairness in the world hit too close to home, a direct hit to my own soul. I was so fortunate to have this person come into my life when I least expected it, and then leave in the same way. But I have no regrets about any of our years together. In fact, they were the best years of my life. I feel fortunate to have been so blessed to be loved by someone that I now miss so intensely. That's a gift I'll keep in my heart forever. If you're here on my Surviving Grief Facebook page, you most likely have suffered a loss of your own. For that, I'm truly sorry. I don't have a cure for grief, but I've learned many important aspects about grieving a major loss. They're based on my own loss, and I share them with you in this book, Surviving, Finding a Way from Grief to Healing. You may have heard about the different stages of grieving. My journey from grief to healing was in four parts: the loss, the pain, the difference, and the healing. These were my own personal stages. In the beginning was the loss of my loved one. From there, I moved into the pain, then to navigating a world that was different, and eventually to healing. The pain is ever present, but life goes on and is still worth living. Through my own grief experience and that of others, I've found that life still has joy, happiness, and peace. If you feel lost and floating in a sea in grief, I hope you'll read my book, Surviving. I wrote this book as a way to let you know you're not alone, and that I'm throwing you a life ring to help you find purpose and meaning again out of the ashes of your loss. My wish for you is that you find some hope and peace as you travel your own road of grief to a place of healing. If something I share with you in my book leads you in that direction, then I've achieved my goal. May you find comfort within the pages of this book and always remember that we're all just walking each other home.